Legend Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got...
East. Alexander.
This bout is...
So they stare into each other. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Who did more work in the gym? That's what it might come down to, considering how hot and humid it is today.
This is taking boxing back to its roots. Outside, where you've got the crowd there, you can hear everything. You've got the breeze of the wind, you've got the heat of the sun. You know when you're doing this? Your feet are on fire, Tom. They're on fire in the ring.
It's all offense all the time. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Misses with the straight left. And that jab just missed with the left hand. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. I promise you all. And there's the bell to start the round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're training to fight a swarmer, you gotta focus on your conditioning because they will push you to the edge of your limits.
Now, you've got to be fit to fight a fight like this because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit. If you're not fit, the fight's over.
That hook just can't find the target. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dares.
The big Ukrainian in big trouble. As he weathered the storm.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
One moment changes everything, especially in this division. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. There's a counter shot. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation. They ring the bell, and here we go. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be afraid. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to kick you off.
fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round. The hook scores.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight with one punch. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. These two fighters are made for, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
You'd like to see more jabs. Defense is not an option for these two. These two are the perfect dance partners. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Beautiful counter punch. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. And there's the bell to start the round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Hook misses. Changes from both men in this round. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know, it's just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than that.
And Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
I've seen some fights with a glass chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Holmes is going down, and he's got to get up.
1, 2, 3, 4. Give me your ball.
Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown is going to be. We just saw it.
Can make or break a fight.
They ring the bell, and here we go. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
It's a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? It's back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. They both want a knockout, you can tell. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Beautiful counter punch. They both want the knockout. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there, because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
They're both trying for a knockout. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Jab slightly off target. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get caught to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
He threw a punch and just got countered. And just as quickly as it slows down, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not... Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard... And there's the bell to start the round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. On the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure.
Usyk! Well, he's back on his feet, but right now, the corner's got to think about throwing in the towel.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, getting new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
They've got to pick things up halfway through the round here. Both men step back for just a moment.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Missing with the hook. Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. So it was certainly close. A big majority win.
It's been a good one. Good entertainment. Everybody benefited. Those fighters there will learn so much from this fight. The fans cannot argue with that decision. I'm sure you won't, Todd, because I'm not.